Hey YouTube land, Tycounders here, coming back at you with another action figure review, and today we are looking at a Wave 2 Batman figure from the Mattel DC Core line. This one is Jokerised Batman, or Jokerised version Joker Batman, as it says in the packaging. So we're going to move the gear as you can see it. Now it does come on a tree. The weapons do come on like a weapons tree, but I have clipped them all off, or the accessories come on a weapons tree. But we'll have a look at the packaging first. So we're just going to move things off to the side, and we have a quick look at that packaging. So it is pretty standard affair for this line as it is. You actually have the Batman logo on the side. I was trying to figure out if this was a Joker wearing a Batman costume, because they have done that where he's stolen the full suit and just, decoed it to be his more iconic deco, but I think this is supposed to be a Batman that's Jokerized. On the back of the box, it just showcases, you have a ton of legalese. I'll just have to hold it up. A ton of legalese stuff and a showcase of the other 4 figures in the wave. Now again, I picked this up at Smith's. They got them in recently. But again, for some reason, Smith's seem to be getting only 3 out of the 4 characters in every wave. They don't seem to be getting the full wave. So for wave 1, they got everybody but Flash. So you had Batman, Robin, and Joker, but no Flash. This time around, they have Batman, Jokerized Batman, and Superman, but no Green Lantern, which you can see here. It's the Hal Jordan Green Lantern. And you have a very kind of cool comic style Superman, and then the other Batman is just the all black suit Batman. So we're going to wrap up the box here. It's fairly, unfortunately with these packaging, you have to kind of rip them open. So unless you want to keep them on card, but there's no option of taking them out, putting them back in if you want to have access to the accessories, because the accessories are actually on another kind of plastic tray hidden behind the figure. So you kind of have to pretty much rip the whole thing open. But there is a cool artwork of that Jokerized Batman on the side. Looks very like it was lifted out of a comic. So I'm not too familiar with most of the comic runs for Batman. So I'd be more akin to the animated stuff than the actual comic stuff. But it does look like it's lifted directly from a comic illustration. But then again, it could be just illustrated art that they used for the packaging. So we'll pause here. We'll get cracking on the figure, and we'll get a nice kind of couple of close-ups as well of the figure in throughout. So bear with me, I'll be right back. So here is the figure with all its trimmings. We'll go through the accessories first, but before I do that, I just want to bring a tape measure so you can see the height of this figure. So he stands in and around the 6 inches, a little bit higher because of the points of the ears. I'm hoping you can see that on screen, but it is a little bit higher than your standard 6-inch. He's a little tall, but I think it's because of the ears on the cowl is what gives him the height. From the head, it is fairly standard. So just moving back a tiny bit, he does come with this 2-part piece. Actually, he comes with two-part pieces. We'll get into those in a second. We'll go through the kind of standard stuff he comes with first. One quick side note I forgot to mention in my review, and I'm adding this in now, is that the accessories, even though it doesn't state it on the packaging, are actually glow in the dark. So I'll throw a picture of them glowing up here, but you can see they are in a kind of a more luminous green color, so they do actually glow in the dark, because a lot of it is just reused and repackaged, or repainted, or recast, I should say. So he comes with the same handcuffs that came with Robin. He comes with 3 of these, what I want to say are either flash grenades or something. They have a very weird top to them. I'll try and see if I can get a close-up of them. But they look more like a taser than an actual grenade. I could be wrong, they could be smoke grenades. Batman is known for utilizing smoke and deception and stuff like that. So it wouldn't be without the realm, beyond the realm of possibility that that is what those are. And then you get batarangs. You get two of these style batarangs, and then you get kind of three of these kind of swervy ones. So they're like the kind of angled ones. They do fit his hands pretty nicely because it is the same mold as Batman, so you're not changing up too much on that. And then for the other accessories, just like with Joker, he does come with a bunch of replaceable faces or face masks for a character. So the irony is he comes with one for Batman, but it has a black cowl as opposed to the blue cowl that the original Wave 1 came with. So this is more to go with the Wave 2 Batman, even though this Batman, you can kind of pop it onto him, even though he's already a Jokerised one. But the Wave 2 black suit Batman is literally this guy repainted black, and this cowl does fit him. Let's move him slightly off the side. This cowl face mask thing does fit him. It does look like the smile is slightly differently painted on it, but I think that's just more to do with the paint apps in factory. But the cowl fits on both. You can see the blue is supposed to match up the blue of this Wave 1 Batman, whereas the black is supposed to match up with the black of the Wave 2 Batman. Then the other two masks that you get are for figures I don't have yet, which is, unfortunately, the Hal Jordan figure, which, as I said, Smiths don't seem to have. It's kind of a translucent green, which is kind of interesting. So it's the only one they've done so far in this kind of color, and it has like more, it looks like an infection on it than the others. The others just have like the kind of smile, like the Joker smile. This is the Superman one. I suppose the Superman one kind of has an infection on it as well. It has this kind of these black lines. I'll try and get some close-ups of those as well. But they have this sort of like black lines going through the mask. So it looks like he's kind of infected. Whereas the Robin one, if I can find where I put it, doesn't have any of that, I don't believe. If I can find the Robin one, I will dig it out and I'll put it in shot. But at the moment, it is AWOL on me, without me knocking over a whole bunch of stuff. But if I find a Robin one, I'll kind of see if I can compare it and see how that looks. But I don't think it has any of the black markings like the Superman one does. I think it was just pure the Robin with the green mask and the Joker smile and the white, obviously the white makeup. So he does come with those two new accessories. I do believe this guy has the most accessory count so far to date, possibly out of the, at least out of Wave 1 anyway, and Wave 2 that I've gotten. The other figures like Batman and Superman may have more, because I think Green Lantern has like armor pieces that you clip together, and I think Superman has something similar. But this is a two-piece boxing glove with knuckles, spiked knuckles built into it. It's designed to fit on Batman's left arm, because it has a hole on the side for the scallop, I think they're called, the spiky bits on Batman's hands. So you can fit this on Batman here, or you can give it to any of the other Batman, because they utilize the same sculpt and armor for the side scallops. But you can get it onto him. You can't really turn the wrist when it's on, because that hinders it, but you do have that option. And then the other thing is this, what looks like a bomb, because it has a countdown clock on it, and it's a two-part piece. I'm not sure if we can take it apart once I put it together. It comes in two pieces on the thing. Now, there is writing on the back of it. I doubt you'll be able to see it. I'll try and get a good close-up of it. But says Kryptonian repellent, actually, on the back of this. So I'm assuming it's supposed to be an anti-Superman kryptonite, some sort of kryptonite device. So there is that. So we'll have another pause. We'll try and get a bit more close into the figure's articulation. I'm just going to move all this stuff out of the way and do some comparisons. I will say I did find that Robin mask, and as you can see, there isn't any of those black markings as I thought it was. So I'll try and do a showcase of those all together. But for articulation, he has the standard affair of any of the figures in this line, or if you have the Batman, the first wave Batman, it is the same figure. The only difference is the head sculpt obviously has that Joker face, and I'll do a little close up of it. And the other main difference I can see is the belt. The what do you call it? What's it called again? Utility belt. The utility belt for Batman is different to the Wave 1, whereas Batman's Wave 1 has kind of little, almost like cylinder things on the side that he like dropped things out of. This one is more proper pouches, kind of similar to the Adam West style Batman, where it had like big yellow pouches on the side. It isn't a reuse of the Robin one either, because both Robins that I have that same kind of capsule cylinder style like Batman does. So it isn't a reuse of that. I'm not sure if the black suit Batman does have that same belt. He may or may not. The other thing that's cool is the cape on this guy is torn at the end. It's designed to look like it's been shredded, whereas Batman's one is still fresh. So his arms can go out that much, up that much, single joint elbow, with a swivel, wrists which have a hinge. But as I said earlier, if you have that boxing glove accessory on that left hand, it does hinder the wrist articulation, because it kind of locks it off with the boxing glove, but you can still get some good poses out of it. Same thing with the right. He does have the waist swivel. The belt is a separate piece that can pop off. It does have the storage, just like the other Batman stuff. So if you want to put those, he has 3 of these, so we might as well put all 3 of these on. Those questionable grenades slash what I think could be tasers, but you have 3 of those that can go on, and it doesn't really get in the way. The batarangs will slightly get in the way because of the way they're designed. Do I have one of those tasery things not close by, just to see if I can have a comparison? I do not. Legs can split that much. There is a upper thigh swivel, can kick forward, double knees. There is a slight boot cut, but it's not great. There's nothing in the ankle. You have a kind of weird transition where you have a darker knee pad and darker purple for the lower leg, and the gauntlets and lower legs, and or the knee pads and boots. But other than that, oh yes, I do have one of those things, because I forgot I put them all up on the rack. But these ones actually do look different. Whereas these ones have more grenade look, these ones are more unique to this figure, so they're not a reuse. I was thinking they were just a straight up reuse because of the way they're designed, but they actually have a more unique kind of, I'd almost say Joker face on them. In fact, I think they do have a Joker face on them. It's really hard to see, but there's actually a smiling face on them, so they're supposed to be Joker grenades, I would imagine. So there is a slight difference to the accessories that he comes with. They're kind of slightly stylized after himself, or well, after Joker, as opposed to Batman, because this is supposed to be a Batman that has been, I think, is it Joker gassed and turned into like one of those Joker style zombie character type things. I'm not sure how the whole Jokerization thing works. If you have the backpack piece for the Batmobile, it will still plug into him. So far, this is the only one that I have, that, or only kind of contraption I have from this wave. I haven't seen any other kind of things, but it does plug into the back, and I think it does. Does it? You can still store some of the weapon stuff on it. There's peg holes and things. You could put them into the Batmobile if you wanted, but that's up to yourself. So we're going to bring in a few comparisons. I've already brought in a few, so we'll bring in regular Batman, regular Joker. We'll bring in the other 2 figures that I have from this line, which is Robin and Robin. So I have the Wave 1 Robin, which is in the more classic suit. And we have the one that came with the motorcycle. Keeping with DC, even though the line is actually slightly smaller, it's not more of a 5.5 inch, but she will kind of fit. We'll bring in Harley Quinn. She's a little bit smaller than everyone else. Let's see if we can get her to stand. And then we will bring in, because I have him handy and I still haven't gotten around to doing the review for him, Chronicles Skeletor from the Jared Leto Skeletor from the movie, which is a bad word nowadays. There is Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe film next to him, so they are kind of on scale. There, from what I understand, there is going to be a sort of DC Chronicles style or Marvel Legends style line that's going to come in. It hasn't been fully revealed yet. I think there was a couple of maybe teasers at some of the more recent conventions, like toy fairs and kind of San Diego Comic Con. I think they mentioned they teased that there will be a more collector orientated style line. So, but I do hope they still keep some of these sculpts because they're fantastic sculpts, and just like upgrade them like they did with Chronicles. So you have like the core line for Masters Universe where they're kind of more basic articulation, and you have Chronicles which kind of up the ante for the articulation. I kind of wish they kind of hope they do that, or at least keep that. So I'm going to wrap this up here. He is a pretty cool figure if you can pick him up. I believe he's up on Amazon now for pre-order, or on Amazon in the US at least for either pre-order or he's in stock now. So if I find a link for him in the description, I'll throw it into the description. I'll throw the link for the Smith's site in as well. I do hope to get suits, and I probably will get the black suit Batman, even though it's the third Batman. But if you want to be more realistic, he is like the fourth Batman in the line, because there's like the double pack, and there's a double pack or triple pack with Nightwing, Bane, and it's Batman, Bane, and I think it's another Green Lantern, I want to say. And then there's one with Nightwing, Batman, and who's the other? Mr. Freeze. I think there's 3 packs that are out. So, and then there's one with Man Bat and Batman, but I believe that is actually the taller kind of 12-inch scale, because it doesn't seem to be the smaller scale stuff, but it seems to be a repackage of the older, and kind of waffling, but a repackage of one of the older designs for Man Bat. So I kind of hope they might do a new design for this. But it is what it is. So there you go, guys. There's a quick review, or hopefully a quick review if I edit it all nicely together, for the Jokerised Batman. And hopefully we'll see you on the next video. And I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I hope you enjoyed it to the end. And please hit that like button, because all the likes do help the algorithm to send my video out there into the space for other people to watch and enjoy. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.